Hey everyone, Ken is muted. I'm so sorry. But that was a
Oh
fun little
dear.
game right there.
Everyone,
Everyone,
thank
Ken
you very
is
much.
muted. I'm so sorry.
All right,
Fun little game right there.
I am on now.
Everyone,
Thank
Ken
you very
is
much. Hello. I'm glad you are all here to see that because that was a carefully staged example of spontaneity when things just happen in the moment and you go with whatever happens. And that's at the heart of improvisation. And this was all a very carefully and elaborately staged way of introducing you to the idea that synergy theater is all improvised. I don't know if we'll ever do that one again. I'm not sure it's so necessary, but I just thought I'd give it a try. Anyway, my name is Ken Adams, and I am the artistic director of Synergy Theater. It is Thursday night. It is 6:00 p.m., and that means it is time for one of our full-length improvised plays. Hello, everybody out there. Thank you for being with us tonight. If you are watching us either on YouTube and Facebook, and we love you for that. Hello, Mary. Hello, Kat. Hello, Griffin. And I appreciate your being here. Now, if you are out there and you want to interact with us in order to offer us suggestions that we'll use in order to inspire our improvised play tonight, then you need to go ahead and log into your YouTube account. Oh yes, you need to log into your YouTube account, and that way you will be able to use your YouTube interactive chat feature, and that is how we are going to get our suggestions. So Mary is all logged into her YouTube account, and we appreciate that very much. As we go on throughout the evening, that is the way you'll be able to interact with us. Thank you very, very much for being here. And now, without further ado, and hopefully without any further mistakes, it is my delight to introduce you to the person who conceived and directed our show tonight. Please welcome the director of couples therapy, Valerie Regalia.
Hi everyone. Thank you so much for watching tonight. I'm so excited for the show. If you're not familiar with the show, if you haven't watched this one before, here's the gist. We have a couple, they're experiencing some issues and they've come to a specialist to get some help. So we are looking for some suggestions from you, our faithful audience tonight. We're going to get 3 suggestions tonight. I'll list them out. It's going to take me some time. There's a little bit of a delay between what you type and what I see, or what I say and what you hear. Anyways, we'll get it. So the first suggestion I'm going to ask for tonight is a location that will somehow come up in this couple's discussions about their relationship. A location. While you're typing that in, I'll say the next one that we want. We also would like an object. Please give us an object that the couple has, that's going to come up in some way. Maybe that's not the couple, but we'll integrate that in somehow. I'm seeing some suggestions coming in. I see an alleyway. I think that an alleyway will feature in tonight's performance. We're getting some objects. Before I say the object, I will also give you what we need next. We need something that one member of the couple did or said that caused a problem in the relationship. So once again, that's something that one person did or said that caused a problem in the relationship. Okay, we're getting some great suggestions here. So we're going to go with a mousetrap is an object that will make an appearance in tonight's show. A mousetrap. And I think we're getting some suggestions in here for something that the couple did. I love this one. We're going to go with one member of the couple fed the cat something that gave it gas. Nobody likes that. That's terrible. I mean, a great suggestion, but we don't want that in our relationships. Okay, so just to review, we have an alleyway. Did I say alleyway? I think I said alleyway. A mousetrap, and one of them fed the cat something that gave it gas. Okay, thank you so much for your wonderful suggestions. You guys are always there for us. And without further ado, here is couples therapy.
Welcome, Jeffrey. Welcome, Julie. Thank you so much for being accommodating. We have to have our meeting on Zoom, so I do really appreciate your understanding. And
That's fine. I'm sorry. I'm just finishing up an email. I'll be right with you.
okay, well, that's one thing there, Jeffrey, that we want to be mindful of is Julie's time, of course.
Okay, I'm sorry. Hang on.
And this is,
Okay.
$450 an hour. So we want to, be sure.
Okay, and can I just point out that Julie is on mute? I mean, don't you hate that when you're trying to Zoom with someone and they forget to put their microphone on and they start talking and they're on mute? I hate that.
Hi,
it happens all the time.
Thank you for telling me. Oh, gee. I'm not the most technical wizard.
That's all right, Julie. I can tell you two are adorable. Well, before we begin, there's a certain prayer ritual that I would like to partake in. If you would, both of you clasp your hands together and indulge in this sacred space while I guide us through a very brief prayer. All right?
I didn't know there was a religious aspect to this.
Oh, just minor. It's more to, just go with it, Jeffrey. Dear Satan, all that you prevail, all that you are, justice bringer of the flesh, we are here, the three of us, the trifecta, in your grace, to bring forth justice to these two. Hail Satan. All right.
Oh, wow. I don't know, honey. This seems weird. Don't you think? This Satan.
Now,
No,
Julie, we're not here for judgment. All right. Why don't you first, both of you, tell me a little bit of history? How did you begin?
Well, okay, I'll say. So when I was living by myself, I got the Christmas tree delivered, and I couldn't find the dog. After I was like all over, and I'm thinking, oh my God, the dog must have run out when the Christmas tree was delivered. So I went down on the street and I was, yelling, and there was this man, and I said, oh, please, mister, I've lost my dog. Can you help me? And it was Jeffrey. And I mean, we didn't find my dog because my dog was rolled up in a blanket on the sofa.
Oh.
But he walked me all the way back. And when we found my dog was there, I invited him in, and that was the beginning.
What a beautiful, beautiful introduction. Jeffrey?
Well, I was just going to come in for a minute or two, but we just got to talking and we had so much in common. And before you know it, there we were in the kitchen cooking late night omelets together.
And a man that cooks, I mean, that's like part of my dream, man.
And I love the dog story. I recently got a puppy, a Boston Terrier. I love him so much.
Well, a lot of people have done that with COVID, and sometimes it doesn't work out, but I hope yours does.
Well, okay. Well, thank you for that brief history, how you two met. And why don't you, each of you individually, first tell me also, why is it that you're here today? What are you hoping to resolve? Jeffrey, why don't we begin with you?
Okay, fine. Look, Julie, I love you. You know I love you. I mean, we've been through so much together. But here's the thing, Doctor. Ever since COVID, I've rediscovered a passion of mine. And I really want to explore it. And I'm sorry, Julie, I know you say that you support it, but I don't feel that you support it.
Yeah, well, I mean, I guess I'll say it. I mean, with COVID and being at home all the time, it just, oh my God, he just wants to have sex all the time.
Lust, lust, one of the beautiful of the seven sins. One of my favorite.
It's not lust though. It's love. Don't you believe that every time we're together, Julie, it's an expression of love?
Well, I think that's part of the problem, is that it doesn't feel like an expression of love with you. It feels like I'm just your pacifier. You know, like you get tense, you have a bunch of emails or you have a bunch of calls or meetings or something on Zoom, and you get so tense, and then you just want me to be the, you know, the relief.
I'm sorry it feels like that. It's not that way though. It's just that I get filled with love for you at all kinds of unpredictable times, sometimes in the middle of the night, so I wake you up, sometimes in the middle of the morning, and so I come into the home office when you're working. Just love is pouring out of me, Julie.
Yeah, I know. I mean, and there's this part of me that's like, wow, I'm really glad my husband loves me so much and wants to have sex with me all the time. But if I can just be frank, I mean, I don't know that I feel like it's love. I feel like it's, you know, he's tense and he just wants.
Yes. So what I'm hearing is that, Jeffrey, you wish to express, let's be honest here, love in a very lustful manner. And you, Julie, are experiencing Jeffrey's love as greed. Another deadly sin, but a sin that I also admire. Am I correct in that assessment, Julie?
The 7 deadly sin thing is not really working for me. I don't really, does that work for you, honey? Jeffrey, what do you think? I don't know what he's really trying to, it's kind of scary.
Fair to say, Julie, that you're experiencing your husband being greedy for his love.
Well,
And Jeffrey, you're
if an unquenchable thirst and hunger is kind of like greed, but it's not really that. It's more like, well, see, when I touch him, I feel like there's magic in my hands.
let's pause right there. Julie, I love where this is going. Take me to the first moment. I want to see you both replay that first moment where you both physically came into connection.
Oh, you mean like role playing?
Yes, exactly. Jeffrey, you be
I'm
yourself.
not very good at acting.
And Julie, just do the best you can. Go ahead.
Well, I guess he's gonna find out it was that first night over those omelets, isn't he?
Yeah.
Let's see it.
I love the way you dice the peppers.
I like the fact that you wanted so much spice in them.
Look at that carrot that we didn't chop up. It looks like a large penis.
Is that about the right size, honey?
Can we have sex now?
Wow,
I
it was
don't
very
think there's any can about it. I think it's May, and May, yes.
And then that was that.
it's very interesting that you experienced this over an omelet. An omelet, of course, is made with eggs, and eggs is a representation of the soul. I felt a soul connection there.
Yeah, it was kind of.
Now,
All right. I'm sorry. I guess I have to say something. And it's all this talk about sin and Julie, I do love you. And when I do have sex with you, it is a manifestation of that love. But there's something I never told you. And it has to do with all this talk about sin, because there's another sin out there, the sin of addiction. Julie, I'm a sex addict.
Like a diagnosis, or what do you mean you're a sex addict?
Yes, a diagnosis. Some people have drug addictions or gambling addictions. I have a sex addiction. Before you and I met, Julie, I used to hang out in an alleyway, and I would just have sex with anyone who came by who would have sex with me.
Oh my God, this wasn't in the 80s, was it?
It was all very, very safe. It was just very constant.
Yes, addiction, that's gluttony and lust. A beautiful union, Jeffrey. Jeffrey, I'm hearing some shame in your voice.
Yes, yes, I'm ashamed. And I worked on it and I overcame it, or as much as any addiction can, I learned how to live with it. And I stopped, Julie, I stopped. And when you and I had met each other, I hadn't had sex in over 6 months.
Wow. 6 months? That's a long
Yeah.
time. Well, what did you do then to keep from having sex? Maybe that's what we need to do.
But it was a rigid program of meditation and reading and mantras. But I didn't love that, Julie. I was only using that as a way to tame the feelings. You see, when I'm with you, it's a healthy outpouring of those feelings. And I don't have to be ashamed of it anymore. Never, not in the morning, the afternoon, the evening, the late morning, the early evening, midnight. I never have to be ashamed of it, Julie.
Well, no, I don't want you to be ashamed, Jeffrey.
Good.
My God, that's
Now-
not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is like, I'm a teacher. You don't know this, doctor, but I'm a teacher. And, I think like, I didn't realize you were such an accomplished student before I met you, Jeffrey, but I sort of feel like I teach you about your body. And the thing is, nobody's teaching me about mine. And
It's very interesting, if I may interject here. Julie, it sounds like you want to be the one in control of not only your body, but Jeffrey's body, as Jeffrey wishes to express his true nature. And Jeffrey, first, I want to commend you for divulging that information. And I want to say to both of you, go with your animal instincts. Don't hold it back. Be who you truly are, because the Dark Lord... Excuse me.
Jeffrey,
Julie.
do you think we need to talk for a minute, Jeffrey? I don't know.
I want to hear a little bit more about what the doctor is saying. Are you saying that I shouldn't work so hard to control my addiction anymore, doctor?
That's exactly what I'm
Let
saying.
the animal out?
Yes. Embrace your beast. Embrace the nature of your flesh. That's what you truly are. Correct?
I am a beast.
But you two have made a compromise, a union, right? But you must respect Julie's wishes as well. However, Julie, what I'm hearing from you is absolute control, which I usually will ask you to submit to and to fully embrace. But now I hear that, Jeffrey, you are dissatisfied. What is it that Julie does that offers you dissatisfaction? Thank you very much.
Did you say you were dissatisfied, Jeffrey?
I only need someone who can keep up with me, Julie. If you can't keep up with me, then maybe I have to find somebody else. The whole internet is open to me now.
Jeffrey, I could send you an email that has information about our organization.
Yes, I hope you will send me that email, doctor. I
On its
hope
way.
you will.
I'm feeling like this thing is going off the rails right now, guys. I mean,
Off the rails, yes.
Jeffrey is saying something about, it feels like he's threatening the fidelity of our relationship.
Relationship? You call this a relationship, Julie? All I want to do is pour my love into you and you reject me.
Honey, with all my heart, I want to love you and I want to be there. But I also want to feel like I'm getting something back, something.
Julie, express to Jeffrey now exactly what it is that you wish to receive from your union.
I don't want to be a mouse in a trap. I feel like there's a mousetrap that's just clamps onto me when I get in bed, and or we're on the table, or we're wherever we are on the desk, because you say I want control. You say I want control, Dr. Eric. Well, here's the thing. I don't know how to be in control because I don't know what I want, and I can't tell him what I want, and he can't give it to me if I don't know.
Julie, you made a breakthrough. You think you don't know what you want, but you clearly stated what you want. You stated your objective, and that is to not feel trapped. And what a beautiful analogy is a mousetrap. Jeffrey, I'm going to now part, and I will leave you two here alone to have a discussion about this. This is a type of counseling called isolation. I will be return in a few minutes.
I don't know, honey. There's something wrong with that guy. I think he might be a devil worshiper.
I think you're just afraid of the power he might unleash in you.
So you think we should do whatever he says?
I feel ever since we've been talking to him that I've been more me than I've been in years.
Why? What is it that's rising up in you?
Julie, I know that the world looks at my sex addiction as an ill that needs to be cured, but I never had inappropriate sex. I never had dangerous sex. I never had non-consensual sex. I just had a lot of good, hard sex. Why should I be embarrassed about that? Why should I take pills or do mantras in order to prevent me from being the complete man or even monster that I can be?
Because, honey, it's just like any addiction. When it starts interfering with life, then you gotta do something. You can't just keep giving in to something that's taking over out of proportion or interfering with your relationships. And honey,
Excellent. Jeffrey, first of all, I want to commend you for unleashing the beast, for being true to your nature. But this is a union, of course. And Julie's wishes also need to be respected. And Julie, by listening to what you were just saying, I can, after my 30 years of experience, I know what you were. Well, it wasn't private.
Oh.
I lied. But that's to help you. Do you see, Julie, my true nature is to lie. And I hear the lie in your voice, Julie. Tell Tanner why you don't want to be trapped.
Because he never touched me like I was once touched by a woman.
What did you say? Say it louder. What did you say?
Say it with pride.
You never touched me like I was touched by a woman.
Beautiful.
Are you bisexual?
I don't know. But that doesn't matter. I'm married to you. It's not trying to.
It does matter, Julie. It does matter. Now I will take a moment, Tanner, Jeffrey, to speak with Julie Tanner alone.
Can we just clarify what's hanging on your necklace?
This is a representation of a backbone. It is a spinal column, the tailbone. It represents groundedness in one's true self. And Julie, I commend you again for being honest. Now, how did that make you feel? Tell me the truth. Did you feel like you were in control?
No, I feel stupid. I feel stupid that I don't know how can it be that I don't know how to take care of myself?
Take care of yourself, Julie.
How to tell somebody what I like.
You just did. You just took care of yourself. You expressed your need from Jeffrey. You just told him your true nature. Do you feel that power?
He feels that power when you're talking to him. What are you doing?
I'm trying to give you that power as well. I'm trying to make you realize your true needs and wants, and your true need is to be touched correctly and to not feel trapped.
But see, that's the thing, Dr. Eric. It's not about correct. I'm not trying to make him wrong. I'm not trying to make me right. What I'm saying is that
Say it.
it's been so long. I've just tried to do everything for him and be his fantasy and be there whenever so that I could show him that I loved him. And I'm just resenting it. And
But your true desire
really
is to not
think it's
feel
really-
trapped. Your true desire is to not feel trapped. That's what I want you to focus on. Focus on that objective, to not feel trapped. That is what this is all about. Yes. Now it's time for Jeffrey's turn. Jeffrey?
Okay. Bye, honey.
Goodbye.
Jeffrey, how did that make you feel when Julie expressed that, being able to touch like a woman?
It made me feel sad for her. Do you see what I am experiencing now? I just found out that my wife, the woman that I love, has been unable to fulfill herself sexually because she's been hiding a part of her true heart from me.
Yes, she has. And by hiding it, she feels trapped by you.
Why can't she let herself free? Why can't we all let ourselves free?
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to do, to let you both be liberated.
Yes, doctor, you're a genius. I feel like all of our problems can be solved if Julie and I can just follow you and be like you and let the beasts out.
I am a genius, but more so, the Dark Lord is the path that I follow, the path of the left hand, the path of true power. And I want to offer that power not only to you, not only to Julie, but to the trifecta, the three of us.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Let's get Julie back here now.
Oh no. Oh no, Jeffrey. Did you feed Beelzebub the cat those gross crunch bars again? Don't you know that's dangerous and it gives Beelzebub the worst gas? Oh my God, I don't know if I could.
Julie, you and I have been living like that cat with all of our gas deep down inside of us, pressing up against our sphincter, waiting to come out in a blast of disgusting, malodorous methane. That's not a great example, but it kind
No,
of
I
works.
see what you mean. You
Yeah.
are right on, honey. That's true.
Julie,
Good.
I'm so sad you never told me that you had sexual desires outside of a heterosexual relationship.
Oh, I don't, honey, that's not the point. The point is not that I desire it out with someone else. I just don't know. I don't know what that person did. And I don't know how to tell you, but if it's just a matter of like filling myself up with the fuel of like gas in the cat thing that you were talking about, maybe I some like fuel.
Good. I understand where you're going, Julie. And now for a third version of therapy session, you are both going to reverse roles. Jeffrey, you will be Julie. Julie, you will be Jeffrey. The scenario is 2 o'clock in the morning. Julie, you will behave as Jeffrey does when he asks you for what he wants. And Jeffrey, you will be Julie and deny that. But in your truth, I will give you the
No, he doesn't
stage.
deny it. I don't deny it. I go with it.
Julie, do not debate. Follow my rule. Go.
Okay.
Mom, are you awake? I'm awake. I need, honey, are you awake? Wake up, wake up. Look at this. Look what's happening to the sheets. Isn't that impressive? Look at me. How old am I? Look at this. This is impressive, honey. Come on, let's do something about it. Honey, no, really. You should tell the ladies about this. Do you tell the ladies? I bet you do. I mean, that's all y'all talk about, right? Hey! And then I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna wiggle it. Yeah.
Oh, come on. I don't get up and wiggle it.
You do get up and wiggle it.
Well, if she says you do, Jeffrey, then this is a safe space. You have to accept Julie's reality. Julie, well, Jeffrey, how did I make you feel seeing that?
It made me feel good. It made me feel like maybe when I'm in the heat of my passion, I behave the way I really feel inside.
You know what? I felt kind of good acting like you. I'm just like a little shocked. I'm not sure if maybe you're onto something, Dr. Eric. I mean, what is it that we need to do to become part of your crew?
We'll get to that momentarily, but I still don't feel a full resolution here. And actually, I had each of you to fill out a secret private questionnaire that I would not divulge, but I've decided to divulge it because I lied.
Oh,
I am
great.
a liar.
Wow. Thanks for the confidentiality.
You're very welcome, Julie. Jeffrey, Julie has expressed in her secret private letter that I said I will never divulge that she has urges to have a child.
Wow. I thought we had decided we both didn't want children.
Yeah, you're right. We did. We have Beelzebub the cat, and well, Dander the dog is still around. And yeah, they're our best audience in the bedroom. I know Cosmo says don't have animals in the bedroom, but what can you do? We love our animals.
Jeffrey, I see that's giving you making you upset.
It is making me upset. Not because of the child. I don't have anything against children, but it seems like we're working so hard to deny who we really are and what we really want. It seems like you look at this house we live in.
Just say
Wait
it,
a minute,
Jeffrey.
I'm talking. You look at this house we live in. We've worked so hard to buy something like this and fix it up nice. And why? Also, that we could look like the perfect couple with the perfect house. So everyone would think we have everything going for us just the way we want it, when in fact we don't. Right underneath the skin, there's all of these repressed desires and needs, and instead of letting them loose so maybe we could find a moment of true happiness, we hide it beneath these marble countertops and leather sofas. Well, I'm sick of it, Julie. I'm sick of it. Do you really want a baby because that's just the missing piece in the perfect nuclear family we're supposed to have?
No, I really want a baby because speaking of our house, Dr. Eric, you might notice on the leather sofa, which, as I recall, Jeffrey, you're the one who wanted leather, part of the whip thing. There's the alligator and the bunny. And you know what? That's not because we have kids. That's not for the animals. That's because Jeffrey's favorite is to be my baby and be on the sofa with the toys and have me take care of him. What I would really like is a baby that's a real baby and a husband that knows how to touch me. Now, is that so much to ask?
No, it isn't so much to ask, but maybe you're right. Maybe the doctor's point was to help us see the truth here, and the truth is we don't belong together, Julie, and we never did. I want a divorce.
Excellent. Excellent realization. Go with that. Go with your true desires.
Jeffrey, you don't mean that. You may
I have
feel like you
never-
mean that, but you don't, because think of all that we've done together. I'm not talking about the house. I'm talking about the times that we've listened to each other. I mean, I had to listen to you to know that you wanted me to,
Put the alligator up on your chest.
I had to listen to you.
Julie, I apologize for cutting you off there. What Jeffrey has just said sounds very honest and genuine. And what I'm hearing from you is a lot of denial. Jeffrey wants a divorce.
I don't.
Julie, we have been married for 12 years, and you have kept your true needs and your true identity a secret from me. What kind of relationship is that?
But I didn't. I just told you I didn't know how to tell you. It's not
But
that
that's part of it, Julie.
I'm
You're
sorry.
keeping
I'm so
yourself in that
incompetent.
mousetrap. Yes.
No, I know it's my fault. I put myself in this trap
Well,
because I
not
started
gonna-
out by not demanding that I get equal time. I mean, the fairness doctrine and all of that, but
Good. Julie, don't blame yourself. We don't play the blame game here. I'm just trying to make you realize your true nature. And you're both doing an excellent job.
Doctor,
not if he wants to divorce me.
tell me about this organization of yours.
Yeah.
We are a very humble group that believes that man's true nature should never be suppressed, that you should actually act upon your own will, your own sovereignty as a being here, and not give your rights over to some mythical being up in some heavenly place. That here we believe in embracing your animal side and taking the scores. Survival of the fittest.
And
Doctor, it's
women
like
in your
you're
group,
saying all of the words that have been pushed down into my soul all of these years.
and mine too.
Really,
Yes.
Julie?
Yeah, I mean, like, do you get to wear costumes when you go to these meetings, honey?
You are free to wear whatever it is that you wish. You are free to be yourself.
Honey, costumes. We like costumes. This works for us.
Julie, are you going to acknowledge and honor your sexuality or not?
All I can say, honey, is you've given me every incentive because I want you. And if going through these devil cults will help me do what you want me to do, baby, sign me up.
Excellent. I emailed you both the pamphlet.
Wait. It isn't excellent. Don't you hear what you just said, Julie? That you'll do this because you want to do what I want you to do? That's exactly the opposite of what I'm feeling. I don't want you to do what I want you to do. I want you to do you. I want you to be the real you, not my version of you or anybody else's version of you, and especially not your older sister versions of you.
Okay, well, don't bring Diane into this, but you know what? I want the fuel. I want to be the animal. Because an animal, nobody teaches an animal how to do it. An animal just knows. And that's what I
Yes.
want. But do you see, Doctor, why I love this man? He stopped me and he said, I don't want you to do it because I want you to do it. He's listening to me.
Jeffrey, you seem upset.
I am. Because I feel like no matter which way this goes, she's doing something for someone else. Julie, I think something has been set loose in me tonight. Like that fart coming out of Beelzebub. But
Pretty stinky.
farts dissipate. And when you open the window, they sift outside and they're gone. And I might be a fart, Julie, but I think that means I have to go.
You know, I never said this before. It's my first time. But I think the best resolution here is for you both to not be together anymore.
All right.
Because Julie,
Okay. Just be a big poop. You aren't a fart. You're a big poop. That's what's coming out in you.
I just want to be who I am.
And who are you?
I'm a man who really, really likes having sex. A lot.
And I'm a woman who doesn't want to die without having felt what I once felt. And I just want it from my husband.
But you said you need it from women too.
No, honey, I didn't say that. Or if I did say that, I didn't mean to say that.
tell Jeffrey, Julie, in one sentence what you want from him now.
I want you to let me be your addiction. I want you to show me your junk, and I want to be your junkie.
Doctor, can I have a word with you alone?
Yes. Julie, please. Thank you.
Okay.
It doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel like she's showing me who she really is. It seems like she's just trying to be what I want her to be.
She is, exactly. Sometimes things are not meant to be this way, Jeffrey, and I'm sorry I couldn't help further.
What else happens in this organization of yours, Doctor?
Whatever you want to happen. And as an organization of freedom.
Is there any online activities during COVID?
Absolutely. We actually have various online courses in not only pottery, but also bondage.
Did you say pottery?
Yes, pottery. It's amazing.
Pottery and bondage?
That's right.
It sounds like everything I want with ashtrays.
Exactly. Exactly. Let's bring Julie back. Let me go ahead and, there we go. There she is. All right, Julie. Well, it looks like you're both going to now get a divorce. I have a great lawyer who is a demonologist. He will help you in your divorce proceedings if you wish so.
I just have one last thing to say. If you really want me, if you really want me to be who I am, this is me.
Wow.
And this is me pregnant.
Pregnant?
Yes.
What? That was a wig?
I always wear wigs for you, honey, but I'm not going to anymore.
How could I not have seen through that?
A breakthrough.
I only let you see what you wanted to see.
Julie, you're beautiful.
Wonderful. Praise Satan. I will take my offer off the table with the divorce proceedings.
Doctor, could Julie and I have a moment alone?
Of course.
Julie, why? Why didn't you ever show me?
My mom always said, put your face on before you let him see you. I studied Playboys growing up. I wanted to be what a man would want. But you've shown me that even that's not good enough. So it's kind of like I'm just left with me and this baby. And if we aren't good enough for you, that's okay, because I'm good enough to be a mom, and I know this baby's going to be good enough.
Julie, I've never felt more love for you than I do right now.
Really, Jeffrey? Are you? I kind of feel it. I can hear it in your voice.
Julie, that smile, your eyes, I've never seen them before.
Well, they're there.
I have to admit, the thought of going to those satanic cult worship meetings and making pottery ashtrays while being tied up really doesn't sound all that appealing when you think about it.
How about painting a nursery?
Brilliant. Jeffrey, Julie, I want to thank you both for being here and for being so vulnerable, not only with me, but in front of the Dark Lord. You will be rewarded handsomely. And that's all the time we have for our appointment today. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And that's our show, everybody. Thank you so much. This was a wonderful performance. I was laughing. Luckily, my mic was muted. But okay, and I'll pass it over to Synergy's artistic director, Ken, who is playing Jeffrey.
Thank you very much. Why don't we all take a bow on the count of 3? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. As I said before, my friends, couples therapy was conceived and directed by Valerie Regalia. So wherever you are, stand up and give a big round of applause for Valerie. Valerie, thank you so much for creating this wonderful show for us and leading us through it. My friends, tomorrow night at 7 o'clock, we have a world debut for you, a show that we have never done and the world has never seen. It's called Family Trust. That was conceived and directed by Kat Coppett, and Family Trust is a fascinating story of intrigue and deception and betrayal, all set amongst the wealthy, power-hungry family members who run the family business and sit on the board of the Family Trust. Rehearsals have been fascinating, and I really hope you'll come out and watch this show tomorrow night, 7 o'clock p.m., right here on Synergy Theater's YouTube channel or our Facebook page. Also, Synergy Theater teaches improvisation classes. If improv looks like fun and you think you want to give it a try, we would love for you to do that. Go to synergytheater.com and click on School of Improvisation. We have classes from level 1 all the way up to level 4, and then master classes for experienced players. Check it out and take a course with us. We have European-friendly time zone classes as well as United States time zone friendly classes. Finally, Synergy Theater is a 501c3 charitable arts organization. We always rely on the generosity of our patrons, our friends and family and donors to help us bring our mission to life, which is building a better world through the art of improvisation. It looks like we're on the threshold of a better world the past couple of weeks, I think, but we're still all going to be inside for a while. And we want to be sure that we can continue to bring you free online improvisational entertainment for as long as we're all trapped inside together. Please go to synergytheater.com, click on support Synergy Theater. Any amount of money you can give us would be very meaningful and help very, very much. My friends, thank you so much for being here. Stay safe. Stay healthy, and always remember that Synergy Theater loves you. Good night, everybody.